The woman is scrabbling at her throat, as though she can hardly breathe.
Don't touch me! You're too close. This collar, this do you? You seem fine.
Her hands move again to her throat. She seems to try to make...
Ho ho! Ain't come to shake me down for my knickers, have you? You're all I got left after your buddies were through with me. That's so. Huh. You look just like 'em. But then again, I never was the best at telling your kind apart. No harm. I've had more bouts of scabies than baths in this place, you know. Oh, 10 bottles of mead, oh. 1,000 bottles of dust. 50 bottles of tears, oh. Inches rust.
I'll be with you soon, love.
Mind your manners round Griff, eh?
So this is Fort Joy.
A delivery.
What
Surely
a
you'll have
crumbling
one.
disaster.
Scram, snake face.
Hmm? Oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm very tired.
Griff is slowly, methodically peeling the skin from a potato. As you approach...
What? Who's asking?
I've got that special shipment you was asking after.
He smirks and holds the little knife up to the...
I'm listening. Sure, have a look. Good stuff, huh?
Here's the goods. Like you wanted.
He points the tip of his blade at the grisly sight of the elf hunched over, clutching his knees in the cage.
I solve my own problems. Thugs. Look at it this way. People get...
Don't tell anyone where you got this, eh?
Got it.
Perhaps if those bleeding dwarves didn't eat so much. Leave him be. Don't...
Listen, I can help you if you just...
Shut up, elf. This clown caught him stealing from my kitchen. Still won't say where he stashed my supplies. Sound like someone you'd let off with a slap on the wrist. Caught him red-handed trying to make off with a second crate after he took the first. Went down like a rent boy when we grabbed him. Easy. Supplies. Crate of food, citrus in particular. He'll talk, or he'll die quiet. Alls I want is my supplies. Happy to let this clown die in a gutter instead of my kitchen. Bring back my crate, and you got yourself a deal.
If a magister flies this on you, you forget my name, here. Think a coin, then.
Worse than war rations, these. Perhaps if those bleeding dwarves didn't eat so much.
An elf, caked in mud and blood, looks up.
You believe what he says? That I am a thief? Perceptive. Like most men behind bars, I'm innocent. Like most of us here on the island, in fact. Aren't you like me, looking for a way out? I do. I prepare it myself. One only has to follow the path. But you guess I need something too. Griff tells you, does he not? I take his supplies, but I don't take what he thinks. I tell you what I know. But first, I know a way out. I show you. And you finally. Griff releases me if he sees I do not have what he misses. You must find who steals them. After I am free, you are free. I see no one. In fact, I only hear the sound of Griff clearing his throat. You know how he does? Like so. For some time, I think Griff takes his own supplies. But I see the anger in him that he does not find it. He truly does not find what he seeks. Griff is a powerful man. Power is mysterious. I intend no harm. I want only some provisions. A bit of... You understand. Thank you.
Worse than war rations, these.
Hey, you're a little light in your pack, ain't you, girl? Who could blame you with the garbage they got for sale round here? Why don't you take a gander at the goodies I got? Stuff you won't find anywhere else in camp. Procured by special means. Let's just say folks leave here, but they don't seem to take their effects. Maybe I happen to know where everything ends up. Fella in that cage is the thief. Stashed the oranges somewhere before he was caught. If you believe that. I see plenty of liars in my line of work. Snakes, weasels, worms. That fella's square as a pavestone. Eat my boots. Sure do. Ask me. It'd have to be one of those sad sacks that's always hanging around Griff looking for favours.
She darts her tongue out of her mouth like a snake.
Some folks, and some reptiles, will do anything to get his attention. I see plenty of liars in my line of work. Snakes, weasels, worms. Sure you don't want to have a look at my stock before you go? I was serious about what I said. Only the finest, you know.
Perhaps if those bleeding dwarves didn't eat so much.
Don't tell anyone where you got this, eh? Got it.
Perhaps if those bleeding dwarves didn't eat so much.
Careful. Still on your feet, eh? Glad to hear it. Feel free to take a gander at the stock. Fella in that cage is the thief. Stash the oranges somewhere before... I see plenty of liars in my line of work. Sure do.
She darts her tongue.
Some folk, I see plenty of liars in my line of work. Snake, sure you don't want to have a look at my stock before you go? I was serious about what I said. Everything in my pack's been... Careful. Don't want to catch... Heading into the kitchen? Don't try anything funny around, Griff. I'm watching you. Ha! Cheeky. What's your name? All right, Slick. Haven't seen you around here before. When did you get in? All right, easy now. You seem sweet, but I'm more curious about you than a bunch of cheesy lines. Ha! Thank you. You think? I was raised by the whip, and I'm not afraid to use it. Joining up with Griff's the closest thing you can get to security around here. Family, too. Till the Reds take you, anyway. There's a gap between what we want and what we can have, isn't there? Here more than anywhere else.
She laughs. The sound fills the air like the ringing of a bell.
Now, wouldn't that be something? Look, I have an idea. I know we don't know each other very well, but time is so short and a connection is so rare. If we get out of here, will you meet me again in Arks?
Ain't fit for beasts.
I have responsibilities here. I can't start running around outside the family. It isn't done.
She leans forward and grazes your cheek with her lips.
Until then.
Bad luck to let one of them cross your path.
Poor kitty. I salute you, puss.
Leave me. Go. You leave.
See if you spirit to fight the Reaper.
easy, eh?
Do not let hubris lead you deep.
I know that look well enough. You're about to pop, ain't ya? Why don't you enter a match and let some of that frustration out the right way? You'll find out. Down the hatch, then.
Still on your feet, eh?
Just as you're about to address the lizard, the Red Prince bars you with an outstretched arm.
This man is a dreamer. As you know, I need a word with him. You may wait here while I speak. Permission indeed.
He bids the dreamer stand up and pay attention, which he does in a grovelling and awkward manner. The dreamer then chews and swallows a handful of Drudene leaves before slipping into a trance-like state. He falls asleep. To your surprise, the Red Prince lies down and follows suit. After about half an hour, they wake up and begin to discuss what they saw in their dreams. The Red Prince pinches the bridge of his nose in apparent irritation before turning his back on the jabbering dreamer. You receive a withering glance in response.
A deserved bit of sarcasm, I suppose. But though this sting-tailed fellow may be a less than stellar specimen in the firmament of dreamers, it turns out I'm being hunted by an enemy I didn't know actually existed. The myth-shrouded House of Shadows. The dreamers, though, they're on my side. And they've visions of me on the throne. Of course it is. I was born with the promise of an empire, and that promise will be kept. But to keep it, I must find a second dreamer. A greater one, a more experienced traveller of the dream world. Bahara is her name, and she resides in the swamplands east of the fort. So...
You know, I could tell you all about swamp dreamers too, if I chewed that much Drudene.
Oh, do hold your prickly tongue.
Amid the squalor of Fort Joy, you suddenly spot an elf with diamond features, regal and radiant, but cold too, and sharper than any knife. Her eyes are focused on a lizard some distance away, and you get the distinct feeling he's an unfortunate man indeed to be trapped in her tiger-like gaze. No sooner have these words left your mouth than she turns about and grabs you in a stranglehold. You feel the tip of a long needle being pushed a little ways into your neck.
You caught me off guard. No one catches me off guard. Who are you? But you did, and now the tables have turned. You look quite startled to me.
A push, a pivot, and now you suddenly face her. The needle still all too deeply embedded in the side of your throat. Despite the precariousness of your situation, you notice a flaw in her diamond features, a curiously shaped scar on her left cheek.
Let me tell you a little story. Once upon a bad old time, a lizard into my cheek. The mark of a slave. But now I'm free, of sorts. And I intend to raise the subject with him. No!
She drives the needle in deeper and whispers.
In truth, it does not matter in the least who you really are. You saw me mark my prey. You could— That makes you a liability. That makes you needle feed.
A bright sparkle of laughter follows your
Ha! How amusing. I admit I had not seen that twist coming. I was certain the pitiful begging was about to begin. Make your case and do it quickly. Why should I join you? Escape. How you do tickle me. Most of the misguided dears around here would argue such a thing as— I'm inclined to agree. You managed to catch me off guard, after all. Oh, little needle mine, what should I do? Push or pull? The agony of choice. You know what? Today is a rather fine day. Sunshine and an easy breeze. Yes, I'm not quite sure the weather will save him.
With a casual flick of the wrist, she withdraws the needle from your neck and smiles, as if she just invited you to sit down for tea.
Let's discuss our respective roles then, shall we? You, me, and Death will be playing many a round of hide and seek. So, what role? As a rogue, my speciality is stealth, the quick silence of the dagger striking unseen. That said, I'm perfectly lethal wielding any weapon or magic. So, the choice is yours. But of course, I can play the strings of magic like a harpist. It suits me fine. Lead on, or better yet, then follow me.
You're not quite certain you'll ever sleep soundly with Sabine in any sort of proximity, but at least she's on your side, for the moment.
bastard.
He taps hammer to nail and... The lizard's brow knits together, then apart, and back again. He seems to be swimming deep in his thoughts, and doesn't look up as you approach.
What? Oh, new, are you? Very good, very good. Make yourself at home. Goods up. My mind? What else, my friend? I'm wondering why. All of this. Source, the Voidwoken, the divine... Naturally. How can it be that it...
Change your mind about my offer yet? Believe whatever you want. This may be your only chance at leaving this place. Take it or don't. You're lost, my friend.
Easy, eh? What's your hand, Pipspock? What are you loitering round here for? If Boss trusts you to find something for him, you better not disappoint him. You mean that guy in the cage? Oh, I don't associate with elves. Fella says he's innocent, but you know how they lie. Boss will be fine. He's got himself in a fit state now, but as soon as another shipment comes in, he'll be right as rain. Yeah, Boss is awful passionate about citrus. I can't get enough of this. Easy, eh?
Hey, fresh air. What you heard about a crate of stolen supplies? And don't you lie to me now. If I did, I wouldn't give them up to you. Griff sent me, not you. Look, I'm Griff's right hand, and I'm gonna find that...
Worse than war rations, these.
Hey. Hi.
If a Magister finds us on you, you forget my name, here?
Ain't fit for beasts.
The Magister stares at the ground, unaware of your presence.
The Divine is dead. The Bishop is all we have left. I wish I could think...
Her voice trails to...
I do wish Alexander would ascend sooner rather than later.
I saw what you did there, convincing Burrow not to lay the law down on that elf. Why do you want to help one of them? Then you're in the wrong place. We run this joint, Griff's people, and we don't cozy up to oddballs.
The man rolls his sleeves back down. He nods at you.
Good work there. Good work. I can tell you've got chops.
He stretches out one rough hand to shake yours. He grips your hand tight as a vice and shakes it, hard.
Good to meet you, lady. Say, you don't look all that busy. I could use someone to watch my back, and it looks like you could use someone to watch yours. I've just got a small errand to run, and then I'll be looking to get the hell out of here while I've still got a neck to collar. How about we stick together until we get out of this place?
He shrugs, looking off to the side.
Mercenaries. It's a job. My job. The usual way. Haphazard, terrifying, and drenched in blood. Haven't quite worked out the details yet, but I'll wager it'll be no worse than what'll happen if we stay put. 2 heads are better than 1, and when push comes to shove, 4 fists are better than 2, right?
He grins, sharp teeth glittering in the...
So, before we hit the road, it's best if we decide battle strategies up front. Should keep more of our blood in. Survival's my main priority. I'll use every trick in the book to keep us alive. But if a wayfarer's not what you're after, I've got other skills. What do you need? Can do. Onwards.
He scans the horizon for threats with one green eye, then nods back at you.
Looks like you've got quite a busy little crew already. My instincts tell me to travel with a smaller pack. But if you happen to lose one, you know where I am.
Did you see them, miss? Bishop Alexander and the Hammer herself? They were so close, almost within arm's reach. They were just there, but God.
Fella can't hear himself think with all this racket. Day and night she hear that, Farah? You got to...
I'm not mad, darling. I'm not mad. Sweetheart?
She's gone, Farah. Gone!
Ah, you're back. Please, did you find Anne? Bless you.
Is he?
Anna!
Change your mind about my offer yet? You're lost, my friend.
I fear it will be quite some time before we find...
He taps Hammer to...
This looks like the crate I'm after. But where are the contents?
As you're about to approach the lizard, Sabine cups your chin, but...
Listen, I need to have a chat with this here morsel of flesh. He has wronged me once, but may just do right by me this time.
To your surprise, Sabine proceeds to throttle the unsuspecting lizard with one hand as she drives the tip of her needle into his lower belly with the other. Then, the questions commence. You hear him yelp about the master, lone wolves, and a man called Griff. Then, quite suddenly, there's blood everywhere as Stingtail falls to the ground, face first into his own intestines. Sabine heaves a sigh of satisfaction, and as she wipes her needle clean, shoots you a cursory look.
Chat's over.
How dare you strike down a dreamer?
Such is my prerogative, Prince. And doubly so, my pleasure. Something on your mind? It's simple. He's
She defies you with
Can you blame me? There it is. I was wondering when you're spying. Anyway, what's dead is done, so let's move on, shall we? Despite my high hopes, the search for the Master continues, of course. Hungry work, the hunt. Stingtail mentioned a cook, as it happens. Fellow named Griff.
Rest now. You'll hear yourself to the breeze.
Worse than war rations, these.
Not scared, are ya? Go on.
Sibyl gently places a hand on the small of your bag. Her mouth reaches your...
Let me have a word with the gentleman, would you? I've a little clue to follow up on.
Sibyl steps forward and asks Griff the cook about the lone wolves. A little back and forth ensues. Money crosses hands, and before you know it, Sibyl...
Thank you. We should make good on our escape, you know. I have to see a man about a wolf in the Hollow Marshes. Did I disappoint you? Oh, but don't. Zalaskar's his name. A name for the taking, if it comes to that.
Griff glances from his blade to you and back again. Griff tears into one of the oranges with both hands. Juice squirt.
Looks like everything's accounted for. Now the important question. Who's the...
He raises an eyebrow.
Looks like someone did my job for me. Your guy's free to go. He should be fine. Eventually.
If a magister finds this on you, you forget my name.
Please. It is done. And quickly. I thank you. I hold my end of the bargain. I show you the way out. But I have something more to ask of you. Sahela, a young girl here. I am her protector, and she is everything. A ruler, a seer, a knower. It is for all our people. Give me your map. I show you the way out. A secret. Dangerous. But it leads to freedom.
I give you this amulet. You must pass it to the elves who still remain. Tell them Sahela is here. They will send help.
I go to her. I wish you good luck.
beasts.
Tell anyone where you got this. Stick your coin then.
Sahela, you are all right.
I am fine, Amiru. I am fine. I know they help us.
Yes, they do. It is as you say.
Sit, my friend. Come.
As you say. As you say.
Amiru.
As you approach the young elf, Losa suddenly grabs your arm. Her hand is damp. Her face looks pale and...
Hey, listen, you mind?
She darts over to the elf without responding. They begin. Losa suddenly snatches up both the elf's hands and leans close to her.
You have to tell me.
The whites of Losa's eyes fade to grey, then black. The color runs into her veins, crisscross.
It rises in you even now, Losa. Do not let it. Be strong. You are okay. You are yours. No one else's.
I can't.
Losa is fighting an enemy. She will...
Shut up. Let go. I don't want to hurt her. Don't make me.
Losa is rigid as a board, tense with the effort of holding Sahela's hand.
Leave me alone. Leave me. I don't want to.
You are hurting me.
Losa's eyes are black. Sahela's fingers are white under her grasp.
Let me go.
A sinister smile spreads across Losa's lips. She jerks the elf toward her.
Chatty elf. Chatty elf with all the answers.
Losa, please, you must not defend her. She wakes if she is weakened. We must hurt her to protect her, you see?
I bet the elf blood tastes like honey, like nectar. Let's find out.
You must weaken her to help her. She does not mean what she does. Almost enough. A few more hits.
You okay?
She comes back to us when she is weaker.
Yeah,
It is good.
thanks.
I see it.
Deplorable surrounding for an agreeable conversation, but go ahead.
What? Don't look at me like that. That thing has nothing to do with me. Glad it didn't freak you out too much, though. I know this kind of stuff can be weird. Look at us. Let's keep moving. I want to get out of this bloody place as soon as possible.
We have help. We survive.
Whoever kills the other is the boss! Wait, I call a timeout! Whoever kills the other is the boss! You can't get me!
We have help. We survive. And soon we leave.
Got you! I got you! Wait, I call a timeout!
Hey.
She breaks into a huge
One friend brings another home. He gets better, little by little. Thank you, my friend. But only you survive the passage. I see it. You are free. I see your heart.
She squeezes your hand.
I do not forget you. I know I trust them well.
We have help. We survive. And soon we leave.
Got you! I'll stab you right in the eye! It is good. I see it. You're dead!
Save your spirit to fight the Reaper. Save your spirit to fight the Reaper. Save your spirit to fight the Reaper.
Is that thing? I've spotted something.
The creature heaves through lips gummed with...
You. Now, a little query. Where grows the yarrow? Now, or didn't you hear me? Where grows the yarrow? Where do...
Prepare yourself!
Prepare!
You come to fight. You come to prove yourself. You come to be worthy. There can be only one, and you have but one chance. Good. Who aids you? Choose wisely. Whether you fail or succeed, you do not fight more than once.